Ada Sofia binti AZMI. My meeting number is A91A0527. I will talk about performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is job performance including objective activity, output and target for employees from the company. Performance appraisal to provide employees with feedback on their work and strategy to help them overcome their problem. Usually, company will make this end of the year at this time of the year to help their employees. A difficult thing is preparing for meeting their goals. Employees and manager can use this to build a plan for employees' development, such as extra training. And they can get reward from the company who will get a goal.
Assalamualaikum, my name is SYAFIZAH HAZIRAH binti Muhammad GANI and my metric number is A19A0621. Okay, I want to talk about the type of appraisal performance. Appraisal performance method is divided into two, namely traditional method and modern methods. Traditional methods are ranking, graphic rating scale, critical incidents, essay appraisal, force choice, force distribution, and 360-degree feedback evaluation. Modern methods are management by objective (MBO) and behaviorally ensured rating scale (BARS). Okay, various types of performance appraisal are used to evaluate employees' performance. Among them is the essay appraisal method. This method approaches the manager's user pays attention to what his or her employee need to hear, and the manager need to provide the most relevant feedback. This is because managers are free to write essays on job performance. Managers can discuss anything they feel is related to the employee. Okay, next, management by objective (MBO) is used to measure the performance of their employees in achieving a particular objective. The objectives set are in line with the goal of the organization. MBO is used by many organizations. Effective communication needs to exist between employees and managers for the purpose of the objective to be achieved. This is because communication is the most difficult part for employees and managers to do. Behaviorally ensured rating scale (BARS) are categorized as modern assessment methods. BARS measure employee performance based on the employee's behavior. BARS is very useful because it combines quantitative and qualitative assessment. Critical incident method as well as standard of behavior can be met based on the company's values, the company's on job description. Manager need to make note on negative or positive employee behavior. This method requires the manager to prepare a list of steps based on the employee's behavior. This method is only done once a year. The next appraisal performance method is 360-degree feedback evaluation. This method is open to the public because this method is the feedback by college of the people around the employee that the manager needs. Okay, this is to make it easier for manager to get an accurate view of the employee's performance, manager can get search results for peers, co-workers and more. Okay, the ranking method is also the easier method to use and the oldest method. Okay, this method is used to evaluate employees' performance from the best to the worst. This method is not suitable for a large number of employees of an organization. Furthermore, a graphic rating scale method is a method that details various criteria for the achievement of the employee's performance. This method is like a ranking method where the method save time, effort and cost. Finally, the first choice method is the systematic method and can be used for accurate job performance. Okay, this method is performed annually by the manager based on the predetermined time period. Okay, managers provide a variety of choice questions that cover employee behavior and managers requiring only one choice. As the conclusion, the best performance appraisal method is management by objective (MBO). This is due to the time-saving performance appraisal method and cost-saving method of other performance appraisal methods. Managers can also find out whether the objective creates can add or not, can also determine whether the employee to be given knowledge, needs training information to further improve employee performance. Okay, that's all from me about the type of appraisal performance. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Alyamiza binti Ismail. My metric number is A19805116. Today, I want to share about the advantage of performance appraisal. Performance appraisal means evaluating employee current and or past performance relative to his or her performance standard. It is designed to assist employees understand their role, objective, expectation, and performance success. The advantage of performance appraisal is to boost performance. Performance appraisal significant specialist in improving employee performance because it analyzes and appraises the chain factor like human, process, and technology. The second is employee development. Performance appraisal help determine who is in need of more training because it gives information regarding the strength and potential similarly to weakness of the staff. Employee development, often named as professional development, is that the process during which employees, with the support of their employer, bear professional training to boost their skill and improve their knowledge. Next is the motivation. Appraisal motivates employees to figure harder. Motivation is that the process that energizes employees and propels them to pursue their goal. Well-designed and well-executed performance appraisal have a powerful motivational impact. Appraisal have the facility to motivate employees. In a nutshell, performance appraisal don't seem to be an evaluation process of a personality performance with reward or punishment as an outcome of it. Rather, its intent is to align and improve the performance of a private to satisfy the general organizational goal. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, my name is Nafata Binti Muhammad and my contact number is A19A0556. So I will present about problem of performance appraisal, where during appraisal process we are faced with some common problem. Let's take a look. However, we can take a measure to avoid this problem. The first is the leniency error. This happens when a rater tends to rate a learner more generously than other qualified professional would. We all know the people who are easy grader. This means that some managers are overly forgiving and will end up giving all employees an above average rating, while others will give an average rating and others will give a below average rating. The next is a halo error. A halo error occurs when the evaluator forms a general positive impression of an individual and then artificially attend that general impression to many of the individual category of performance. The third one is similarity error. Similarity error, also called like me, occurs when the rater gives a better evaluation to subordinates whom they consider more similar to themselves and poorer evaluation to subordinates whom they consider to be different from themselves. On the other hand, there is a bias. Bias is simply personality-based tendency, even or against something. Bias can either toward or against individual employee when it comes to performance management. We all have a bias, but a supervisor especially can make an effort to allow bias to enter into their evaluation of a subordinate. Behind it is a stereotyping. Stereotyping is the mental process of categorizing a person into affinity groups and then identifying that the person has having the same assumed characteristic as the groups. Those stereotypes is almost always assumed to be a negative. There are many incidents of a positive stereotypes. The second last from a problem in a performance appraisal is recency error. Recency error occurs when the rater uses only the last few weeks of rating period as evidence when putting together performance ratings. Last but not least, contrast error also one of the problems in performance appraisal. Contrast error happens when the rater compares and contrasts performance between two employees rather than using absolute measure of a performance to assess each employee. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is SYAHIDA binti FADZRY and my metric number is A19A0466. So today I want to present about a way to avoid a common method of performance evaluation process. There I have a 3 point, which is use multiply criteria and job related, train rater and multiply rater. Firstly, we should generally have at least one evaluation criteria for each major function within an individual job. Behavior and result that occurs over the entire course of the evaluation period are typically the best criteria to use in the process of evaluating an individual performance. Secondly, should we have an accurate measurement method and form. The next thing that we should do help overcome some of the issue with the appraisal process is to train rater our evaluator concerning the common error and problem that occur and how to use the method form. Lastly, to minimize error in the evaluation process is to use multiply rater that evaluate an individual. So we must decide whether or not the value inherent using multiply evaluator can conquer some significant problem in the appraisal process. That's all about the way to avoid a common method of the performance evaluation process.
Next, for the conclusion. In conclusion, we found that performance appraising is necessary to ensure that all employees have goals and are available to accept the goal. The purpose of performance appraisal is to find weakness and then improving them to make them more productive in doing job. Overall, performance appraising make an employee more productive because of the problem that occurring during performance appraisal, and the organization have to overcome this problem in order to make the organization performance more better.